Known for his part in James Thurber's The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Danny Kaye rose to prominence in the 1940s and 1950s as the most controversial person in the media due to his secrets about his personal life. Danny Kaye is frequently the focus of corny magazine articles and is constantly under investigation. Don't rush to skip this video if you want to learn more about Danny's difficult life. We'll provide you exclusive facts. Let's get started. But before starting this video, please hit the subscribe button for more informative video. Kaye had a tough time growing up. His childhood was really hard because he had to go through a lot of difficult things, like getting hurt by his dad and brothers. They treated him badly, but Kaye found a special way to deal with all the pain. He learned to make the people who hurt him laugh. This skill became his way of escaping the constant tough times he faced. Humor became like a shield for him, protecting him from the harsh reality around him. Even though he seemed warm, happy, and confident when he performed on stage, there was a deeper story of how he survived and took care of himself behind that. Danny's real life was very different from what people saw. It was like a painting of fear and deep insecurity. He felt a strong need to perform, even if there was just one person watching. This was his way of creating a life he wished for. A life with safety, security, and real love. Danny's story is personal, but it's not unique. Paul Peterson, who supports child stars, says that families with problems often shape the talents that make people famous and also bring emotional challenges that can lead to their problems. For Danny, being entertaining was both a way to survive and a problem he couldn't fully solve. If you are enjoying this video, please hit the subscribe button below the video. It's clear that Danny had a tough time with mental health. He had a long history of getting help from psychiatrists and continuous treatment. Even when he was at the peak of his career, a famous therapist stayed with the Kaye family. This allowed Danny to manage his treatment along with his busy schedule. He spent a significant 3 hours every day in therapy sessions. This shows how much his mental health influenced his life. Danny was really committed to taking care of his mental health. This showed how determined he was to face his personal struggles. His regular involvement in psychotherapy became a crucial part of his routine. This highlighted how much he wanted to manage the tough times of almost unbearable sadness and intense loneliness that kept coming back. Danny's interest in psychotherapy started when he became a star in the musical Lady in the Dark. This show, created by Moss Hart, was about a troubled woman exploring psychotherapy to find out why she was unhappy. The connection between this theme and Danny's own experiences probably played a role in his ongoing interest in therapy. There were times when Danny reacted in unusual ways to strong emotions. Robert shared a story about a late-night call from Danny, asking him to meet at the airport right away. This led to a spontaneous trip to Havana, where Danny and Robert went from club to club, dancing with a bunch of beautiful women. Even in lively surroundings, Danny's behavior was hard to figure out. He hardly talked to Robert during their time there, making the reasons behind their sudden adventure mysterious. The lasting idea of Danny Kaye as a flashy, funny guy, especially in roles like the one in Lady in the Dark, where he played a character scared of women, stuck around even after the show ended. According to Robert, who was close to Kaye, this image was partly created by people in Danny's life, especially his wife Sylvia. She was a short, modest woman who felt insecure compared to glamorous Hollywood ladies. To ease her worries and keep up a certain image, Sylvia played a role in making Danny's on-screen character less traditionally masculine. Even though he was pushed into such roles, Danny's real personality was very different from the shy and nervous characters he played. In reality, he wasn't much like the funny guy on screen. Danny, it turns out, was far from shy, and his personal life showed he had a lively and complicated personality. Contrary to the carefully created image, he had serious relationships with notable people like Eve Arden, Princess Margaret, and Shirley MacLaine, engaging in numerous affairs. Sylvia, Danny's wife, was aware of his relationships outside of their marriage, but she had a unique perspective. She believed that their artistic and professional connection would always bring Danny back to her. Her trust in their bond, both personally and professionally, was not without reason. Despite his other relationships, Danny Kaye's life seemed to revolve around a central force: his partnership with Sylvia. The dynamics of their relationship, where personal and professional aspects mixed, created a complex and intricate story. Sylvia accepted Danny's affairs, which might seem unconventional, because she believed their connection went beyond typical boundaries. Their relationship was built on more than just romance. It included shared artistic pursuits and a deep reliance on each other. There was controversy when a biography about Sir Laurence Olivier claimed a long-term homosexual affair between Olivier and Danny Kaye. However, the claim lacked named sources to support it. Faced with a potentially harmful rumor, the Kaye family chose to stay silent, ignoring the controversy instead of addressing it publicly. This response added to the mystery surrounding Kaye's personal life, fueling speculation that he might be one of many celebrities concealing their homosexuality during that time. Robert, a close friend and confidant of Danny Kaye, strongly denied these claims. According to Robert, who had shared many hotel rooms with Danny while traveling, there was no sign of any intimate involvement between Kaye and Olivier. He rejected the portrayals in the biography as highly distorted accounts of their interactions during their travels. Robert mentioned seeing Danny with numerous women, and despite their close friendship and shared living spaces, there was never an instance where he saw Danny with another man. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that Danny didn't explore his sexuality privately. The complexity of Danny Kaye's personal life, especially concerning his sexuality, remains unclear and wrapped in mystery. The lack of definite proof, along with conflicting accounts from different sources, adds to the uncertainty surrounding this part of his life story. In a time when the personal lives of public figures were often kept secret, figuring out the truth about someone's sexual orientation, especially many years later, can be really challenging, if not impossible. Danny Kaye's life was filled with an incredible ability to engage in various interests, showing a versatility that was almost extraordinary. According to his friend Robert, even though he didn't finish grade school, Kaye surprised everyone by getting a pilot's license, an example of his determination and unending curiosity. By the time he passed away, he not only had the license to fly, but had also mastered operating every civilian aircraft, a remarkable achievement for someone who didn't follow the usual educational path. Kaye's diverse interests went beyond flying, extending into the world of cooking. Fueled by a newfound love for Chinese cuisine, he dedicated himself to it, eventually becoming recognized as the best non-Asian Chinese chef globally. His exploration into the culinary world showed his constant pursuit of excellence in fields that captured his interest. In the realm of music, the entertainer's ventures demonstrated his natural ability to go beyond usual boundaries. Starting by conducting orchestras as a funny activity without bothering to learn to read music, Kaye eventually turned this playful pursuit into a serious one. Danny Kaye reached a high level of expertise in conducting, displaying his remarkable adaptability and passion for mastering new skills. Another side of Kaye's intellectual curiosity came out in his fascination with human anatomy and medicine. Despite not having formal medical education, he developed knowledge of the heart and other organs that rivaled that of professional physicians. His deep understanding of complex medical concepts showed how much he delved into diverse fields. Apart from his intellectual pursuits, Danny Kaye showed himself as a gifted athlete and a natural sportsman. His excellence in physical activities complemented his intellectual interests, creating a comprehensive picture of a man whose talents and interests covered a wide range. When Danny stepped into the iconic film White Christmas to replace Donald O'Connor, it posed a unique challenge. The script couldn't be quickly changed to reduce O'Connor's dancing requirements. Undeterred, Danny took on a tough task. He rapidly learned all the choreography planned for O'Connor. This ambitious feat demonstrated Kaye's exceptional adaptability and strong work ethic, especially considering he had no formal dance training before taking on this role. The result was a stunning performance that not only met, but exceeded expectations, confirming his status as a versatile entertainer capable of mastering new skills on the go. After this successful collaboration, Danny Kaye expressed his desire to keep working with Bing Crosby, his co-star in White Christmas. Determined to explore this possibility, he arranged a personal meeting with Crosby to discuss potential future collaborations. However, Crosby's response was unexpected. He explained that he already had a famous comedian friend in Bob Hope and didn't feel the need for another. This revelation was disappointing for Kaye, but it highlighted the complexities of the entertainment industry and the challenges of forming on-screen partnerships. Crosby's decision, based on loyalty to his existing professional relationships, reminded everyone of the unpredictable nature of the industry. Despite Kaye's impressive performance and his wish to continue working with Crosby, established partnerships and personal connections in the entertainment world played a crucial role in shaping career paths. Here's something you might not know. Danny Kaye's language skills went beyond English. He had a remarkable ability to convincingly imitate foreign languages, despite being only fluent in one. He had a talent for mimicking accents in languages like French, Russian, German, and Italian, among others. He was so good at it that he could sometimes fool native speakers of the languages he imitated. According to Robert, a close friend who witnessed Kaye's linguistic theatrics, there were instances where Danny had extended conversations with Germans, French, and Italians. In these talks, while the native speakers spoke in their languages, Kaye responded with his unique brand of authentic-sounding gibberish. The result was a confusing situation where the native speakers were left completely bewildered, thinking that Danny was speaking a dialect of their language that they couldn't understand. Moreover, Danny's careful approach to how he looked wasn't just about personal preference. It was a planned strategy for both public appearances and private outings. He created a distinctive outfit that not only showed his style, but also made choosing his clothes easier. His usual attire included tan-colored pants, a crisp white shirt with a black necktie, and a brown tweed sports jacket, giving him a touch of sophistication and rugged charm. If you opened Danny's closet, you'd see over a dozen identical jackets and trousers neatly arranged, proof of his dedication to a consistent look. This commitment went beyond his own wardrobe. He also wanted his companion, Robert, to wear the same uniform during their travels together. Despite occasional mix-ups where they accidentally swapped jackets, it was seen as a minor inconvenience, offset by the entertainment it brought. These mix-ups became a funny story, emphasizing the importance of their matching outfits. Interestingly, the physical differences between Danny and Robert added a unique aspect to their shared attire. Even though they were almost the same height, just under 6 feet, Danny's arms were noticeably longer than Robert's. This meant that when Robert wore Danny's jackets, the sleeves covered Robert's hands, creating a visual oddity. To adjust for this difference, Danny developed a unique way of moving his arms and posing. Often, he would extend his arms above the waist to avoid any awkwardness caused by his long sleeves. This distinctive arm movement wasn't just practical. It became a defining part of Danny's personal style, preventing him from looking somewhat awkward without it. Even the smallest details of their outfits were woven into Danny and Robert's shared experiences, adding to the special charm of their dynamic. During Danny Kaye's time in the Broadway show 2 by 2, a significant change occurred, marked by an unexpected downturn in his behavior. The catalyst for this change was a broken leg, an unfortunate incident that not only affected his physical abilities, but also led to disruptive behavior. Initially, Kaye had agreed to continue with the show as a favor to Richard Rodgers, who had a lot invested in the production. However, being in a wheelchair due to the broken leg meant he lost his main strength, his physicality. Dealing with this new limitation, Kaye struggled with insecurities on stage, resulting in unconventional coping mechanisms. To regain a sense of control during performances, he started ad-libbing breaking character and playing pranks on cast members mid-performance. While these antics may have reflected his struggle to adapt to the wheelchair's constraints, they alienated him from the Broadway community. The usually charismatic and composed performer found himself in unfamiliar territory, and his response deviated from the professionalism that had defined his career. The Broadway community, accustomed to Kaye's talent and charisma, was surprised by these unexpected and self-centered actions. For the first time in his illustrious career feeling a loss of control during performances, Danny Kaye's vulnerability surfaced in disruptive and erratic behavior. The discord reached its peak when, upon learning that the production had broken even, Danny abruptly quit 2 by 2. This unexpected departure brought an early end to the show, concluding a chapter in Broadway history with an unconventional and somewhat tumultuous resolution. Curious about Danny Kaye's married life? Danny's connection with Sylvia Fine, who later became his wife and lifelong partner, is a story of chance and shared roots. Even though both grew up in Brooklyn, their paths didn't cross until they collaborated on an off-Broadway show in 1939. Sylvia, a talented audition pianist, played a crucial role in the production, setting the stage for their eventual union. Fate deepened the connection between Kaye and Sylvia when she found out that Danny had previously worked for her father, Samuel Fine, who happened to be a dentist. This revelation added a touch of destiny to their budding relationship, suggesting the interconnectedness of their lives even before they officially met. Despite the physical distance, with Kaye working in Florida at the time, the distance didn't stop him from expressing his intentions. In a bold and spontaneous move, Danny proposed to Sylvia over the telephone. They sealed their union in matrimony on January 3, 1940, in Fort Lauderdale, marking the beginning of a lifelong partnership that would withstand various challenges, with their commitment enduring for most of their lives. There was a brief period of separation in 1947 and 1948 when Kaye became romantically involved with Eve Arden. However, this chapter proved to be a temporary disruption, and the couple ultimately reconciled. The fruit of their union was a daughter named Dina, born on December 17, 1946. Danny's insights into parenthood were revealed when he shared that as a young child, Dina didn't appreciate her father's performances because she didn't understand that people were meant to laugh at his antics. In a 1954 interview, Danny expressed a hands-off approach to Dina's future, emphasizing that she would have the freedom to choose her own path without interference from either parent. As Dina matured, she pursued a career in journalism, a testament to the independence and opportunities her parents afforded her. The Kaye family, despite facing challenges and experiencing temporary separations, left an enduring legacy shaped by the bonds of love, shared creative endeavors, and a commitment to allowing each member the freedom to carve out their own destinies. Author Donald Spoto's claim that Danny Kaye had a 10-year secret affair with Laurence Olivier garnered media attention after its publication in Spoto's book on Olivier. Despite ensuing rumors, the assertion remains unsubstantiated, with no concrete evidence presented to validate this claim. English journalist Terry Coleman, who extensively studied Olivier's archive of letters and memorabilia over 4 years, found no evidence of a romantic involvement between Kaye and Olivier. Coleman's meticulous research, delving into a vast collection of material, led him to conclude that there was no hint of an affair between the two. The lack of evidence from a reputable source underscores the speculative nature of Spoto's claim. Despite media speculation fueled by the book's publication, the alleged affair between Kaye and Olivier remains confined to unverified assertions. In a surprising revelation during a 24-hour salute to Danny Kaye on Turner Classic Movies, celebrating what was thought to be his 100th birthday, Danny Kaye's daughter, Dina, revealed that her father's reported birth year of 1913 was incorrect. According to Dina, Danny Kaye was actually born in 1911, providing new insight into his personal history. In addition to his impact on the entertainment industry, Kaye also made a mark in the political realm. As a Democrat, he actively supported Adlai Stevenson's campaign during the 1952 presidential election, aligning himself with political ideals that resonated with him. Beyond his professional and political pursuits, Kaye took on the role of a godfather to actress Mary Louise Weller, highlighting the personal connections and relationships that enriched his life beyond the spotlight. Danny Kaye passed away on March 3, 1987, at the age of 76, marking the end of a remarkable career and life. The cause of death was heart failure, resulting from internal bleeding and complications related to hepatitis C, contracted through a blood transfusion, an unfortunate consequence of medical intervention. In 1983, Kaye had undergone quadruple bypass heart surgery to address his cardiac health. After his death, Kaye's final resting place became the foundation of a bench in Kensico Cemetery in Valhalla, New York, where his ashes were interred. This modest and intimate memorial reflected the more private aspects of his legacy. In the year following his passing, the Sylvia and Danny Kaye Playhouse at Hunter College in New York opened in 1988. This establishment served as a tribute to Danny and his wife Sylvia, showcasing their lasting impact on the cultural and artistic landscape. Over time, the vibrancy of Danny Kaye's legacy has somewhat dimmed. Many of his prolific works and accomplishments, once at the forefront of popular culture, now exist as faint memories preserved in the minds of an aging population. While some of his TV work might not have aged as well, certain films like White Christmas and The Court Jester have stood the test of time, earning their place among the greatest comedies ever made. In recognition of his significant contributions to American theater, Danny Kaye was posthumously inducted into the American Theater Hall of Fame in 1988. Danny Kaye's induction into the American Theater Hall of Fame is a lasting acknowledgement of his profound impact on the performing arts and his enduring legacy, ensuring that his name remains etched in the annals of American theatrical history. His life is a captivating narrative of talent, resilience, and versatility that transcended entertainment genres. Throughout his career, Kaye not only showcased unparalleled comedic skills, but also demonstrated his adaptability in various fields, from music to conducting to linguistic talents. His personal life, marked by enduring relationships and a commitment to family, adds depth to the story of a man whose influence reached far beyond the stage and screen. The challenges he faced, such as the period of disruptive behavior during 2 by 2 and the speculation surrounding his personal life, reveal the complexities inherent in fame and the human experience. Despite setbacks, Kaye's ability to overcome and continue contributing to the arts is a testament to his resilience. In examining Danny Kaye's life, we find a multifaceted individual whose legacy extends beyond the laughter he brought to audiences. His impact on American theater remains significant, and his contributions continue to be celebrated, studied, and appreciated.